A political storm is building inside Formula One's governing body, and now the future of the FIA presidency itself could be about to change forever. Mohammed bin Sulayem is pushing to remove the current limit on presidential mandates, a move that could allow him to stay in power indefinitely, and the reaction behind the scenes is already starting to grow. Under the current FIA statutes, the president cannot serve more than 3 consecutive mandates, meaning a maximum of 12 years in office. Bin Sulayem is currently in his 2nd term after running unopposed in last year's election. But according to reports confirmed by motorsport.com, the FIA president now wants that restriction removed completely. This changes everything. The controversy is not only about power, it is also about how Formula One and global motorsport are governed at the highest level. The current mandate limits were introduced during Jean Tot's presidency as a way to prevent excessively long leadership periods inside the FIA. Before Tot, Max Mosley remained FIA president for 16 years, while Jean-Marie Ballister completed 2 4-year terms before leaving office. Now the debate is becoming increasingly tense because bin Sulayem's last election already raised questions about competition inside the FIA structure. He was the only eligible candidate after potential rivals failed to secure the required support needed to formally enter the race. And this is where the situation becomes serious. Critics argue that removing mandate limits now could concentrate even more power at the top of the organization. The FIA responded publicly after the reports emerged. A spokesperson said the proposal is intended to create a consistent approach regarding term durations across FIA bodies, similar to the structure already used for the World Councils and the Senate. The organization also emphasized that any change would still require approval from both the World Councils and the FIA General Assembly. But the tension around bin Sulayem's leadership has not disappeared. During the previous election cycle, former FIA steward Tim Mayer, racing driver Laura Villas, and journalist Virginie Philippot all challenged aspects of the process. None of them, however, became eligible for the final phase of the election. Villas has since launched legal action against the FIA over the electoral process. That's the real issue. The political battle inside motorsport is no longer staying behind closed doors. At the same time, supporters of the proposal argue that FIA members should retain the democratic right to keep electing the same president if they choose to do so. They believe removing the limit simply gives members more flexibility rather than guaranteeing permanent leadership. But opponents fear it could weaken accountability inside one of the most powerful organizations in world sport. The final decision could arrive during the next FIA General Assembly, where the proposed changes to the statutes will be voted on. And it may not stop here. If the mandate limits disappear, the balance of power inside Formula One's governing system could shift for years to come, creating even more division during one of the most politically sensitive eras the sport has seen in decades. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.